According to the United Nations Environment Program, 15% of marine litter floats on the sea surface. The other 15% remains in the water column, and the remaining 70% rests on the seabed. Garbage remains as the top pollution I'm very concerned with. Agreed, Marple Annex 5 prohibits the disposal of certain garbages overboard and at certain areas, but good words bear actual weight in practice.
Although there are no global studies of shipping-related marine litter pollution, a range of sea-based sources have been identified as major contributors, from litter from shipping to container loss, oil and gas exploration, vessel decommissioning, and even microplastics from ropes, paints, and water discharges. Of particular concern to marine life and vessel safety is abandoned, lost, and discarded fishing gear from fisheries and aquaculture industries. So in response to the growing public and policy concerns towards the pollution and climate impacts surrounding marine litter and plastics, this led us to establish the Ocean Plastics Special Interest Group in September 2020. And we've been reviewing common practices across marine sectors in order to improve our understanding of the drivers for plastic waste generation and identify new solutions and best practices. Our committee now has 24 members from over 10 countries and from across a really wide range of disciplines, from students to marine engineers and architects, government consultants, scientists, NGOs, and charities. We meet once a month and we've been discussing internal and external practices, as IMarEST also have over 20 special interest groups that have helped guide and support us in our activities. On our agenda this year has largely been our cross-industry investigation, our committee roadmap, and science-based policy discussions. Some of our outputs have included articles, roundtable events, input towards conferences, which is all ultimately helping us develop educational, research, and policy tools. Some of our members really have plastic at the focus of their careers, and we're lucky to be joined by Dr. Peter Kershaw, who is one of the leading contributors to the GASAMP discussions, including the Working Group 43 report on sea-based sources of marine litter. Dr. Guillaume Drouet from SGS, who are supporting a project recycling shoes into running tracks in Singapore, and are also leading extensive testing on microplastics. Eric Holliday from the Fisheries SIG and Dr. Kate Pike have established the Reef Risk Project, which is reducing fishing and safety gear sent to landfill by giving it a second life with fishers in Bangladesh. We also have a range of NGO members who are working on projects such as simplified plastic production and improving recycling of fishing gear and marine litter monitoring research. We're also very pleased to be joined by the WWF this year, who are also doing a great project with the Gregg Foundation. And they're looking at 3 ports in the Philippines on baseline data for waste generation and plastic management, and have already developed a report with Deloitte to help provide input towards roundtable and action plan discussions to reduce plastic waste leakage. One of our main activities within the SIG has been our cross-industry investigation, which has really been our baseline study to understand sea-based sources of plastic pollution from an industry perspective. And we've been looking at actions and behaviors across a range of marine sectors and having guest speakers come and speak to us about reducing plastic consumption and improving waste management from various organization and industry perspectives. We're about halfway through this project, and so far we've learned that different industries certainly face different challenges, but we have identified a wide range of strategies and solutions that are being implemented to help reduce plastic pollution. Ultimately, we know we need market-based solutions to drive the essential changes needed to the plastics economy in reducing unnecessary plastic use and improving the application of waste hierarchy principles across all industries. Moving forward, we aim to continue to share knowledge, develop educational tools and policy input towards initiatives such as the IMO Action Plan and UNEP's International Plastics Agreement.
Whilst recognising it's important to have a good understanding of policies and practices at local and national level, our group's acutely aware that the only way we'll make any tangible or viable headway to this problem is by starting from a global standpoint. IMarEST, as an international organisation, is a great platform for drawing people together from a wide range of professional specialisations and personal experiences. This diversity brings enormous wealth to our work on ocean plastics. If anyone's interested in finding out more, or indeed contributing time or expertise to our group, please do get in touch. We're a friendly group and new members are always welcome. This is a great opportunity to make a difference. This complex, multifaceted and time-critical problem needs all the time and attention people can offer.